5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Talking now. We're Flipper Flicks. I'm Adam.
We're on.
That
was great. Yeah. That was good. Yeah.
I threw you guys off there, right?
I knew what you were doing after you started the first two numbers. I knew what you were doing. I was like, I was like, we already.
This guy, he got us.
Very good.
But yeah, I said my name. I said I did my purpose, so I'm tagging.
Oh, hey, I'm Sam. And we are Flipper Flicks. I think you said that too.
We
are a self-described. I don't know why. I started saying that word and I was like, that's not how you say that word.
That's not a word. It's a fake word. Fake news.
A self-described movie review podcast. We also describe ourselves as not professional. And we release episodes every Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch them, wherever you find your pods.
Like the Ocho.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you just making shit up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's from Dodgeball.
I was like, I don't know what that means.
ESPN, the Ocho.
Yeah, the Ocho.
Where they show the Dodgeball World Championships.
Oh, I see. Well, we do not show the Dodgeball World Championships.
Not yet. Tim
Nor have we
did a
talked
great job,
about them, which is kind of shocking because I feel like you both like that movie.
Yeah,
we have discussed this.
Yeah, I think that came up in our top hundy. Anyway,
Poodle.
We are on Spotify, Apple, Google. And you can rate us if you'd like. We've been around for 2 years, so we wouldn't mind you dropping us a line, telling us why you stuck around for 2 years.
Listening to our shenanigans. We're just catching us on those episodes that you're like, that they probably have some great ridiculousness.
Great takes on that movie I saw a million years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have a website. That's where you can reach out and tell us as well. If you get stage fright and you don't want to review us, you could just drop us a line, or you could recommend movies for us. We are slowly building our recommendation list up, so we would love that. Any extras on there would be appreciated.
Yeah, we're going to have 3 next season, because we only have 3 episodes left in this season.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Kind of wild, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
Makes me feel old that we've been chatting like this for 2 years. It seems like time has just flown by.
It was like we had a
feel a little
conversation
strange?
to do it a week ago.
Yeah.
Dude, we discussed it for 4 or 5 months before we actually started doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we were going to just do Disney movies?
Nah.
Oh,
I mean, there's plenty of content on Disney Plus.
And then they actually started making originals, and I was like, good on you.
Yeah.
But we're going to do everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
And speaking
I like
of
what
everything,
we settled on.
Tim!
I am Tim.
Hi, Tim!
Howdy.
Hi.
Howdy. I'm Adam.
I do not remember the category for this.
Wordplay.
Wordplay.
Was it Wordplay?
I'm so... Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The couch and coral.
Shit, he remembered.
I know. Adam was like, I don't think he understood the assignment. I'm like, I actually feel like he did. So please explain.
Yeah. So, okay. Couch and coral, right?
Yeah.
So there's a couch in the RV.
There's a
True.
There's a few couches because there's one in
there's-
the...
well,
yeah.
I didn't want to watch the whole movie and then be like, this is the movie. So I looked up a couple scenes that I remembered, and I knew there was the RV scene. And I was like, okay, if anything, it might be coral colored. I was like, but I want to find something where there's couch and coral. And there is a scene in this movie where they're filming underwater, and there's a coral reef. So it's very hard to see, but it is it is a coral reef. So there you go.
He understood
That's
the
how
assignment.
I got it. I understood it for once. And the movie is, since I haven't said it yet, Strange Wilderness.
Sam's in shock.
Yeah, this movie actually came to mind almost immediately when you guys said that with the wordplay. It's a movie from 2008. I absolutely love this movie. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. I picked it, and it came to mind because I love this movie. So it's mostly to see, because I know you guys hadn't really seen it, right?
It
You've
used
seen
to
it,
be on
a long time
Comedy
ago.
Central.
Yeah. So it was mostly to see what you guys thought. But anyway, Yeah, I guess this is kind of my expectations too. But here's the synopsis for you. With the ratings dropping for their wilderness-themed television show, Misfit TV crew members go to the Andes Mountains in search of Bigfoot. And this movie kind of came out when there was a bunch of other really good comedies that came out, and we'll see if it's up to par with those, I guess. But I kind of already did my expectations since,
You did.
Yeah, so somebody else next. Sam, go.
I cannot believe that. I think this is actually the first wordplay that we've actually
like nailed it,
successfully executed.
I think there's been like one other one, but I can't remember.
Purple
and Glorious.
Oh, that's true. Purple and Glorious. Okay, so we're actually getting better at our wordplays.
We are.
Clearly.
We understand words to an
Look
extent.
at that.
And we know how to play them.
Yeah. Anyway, I have not seen this movie. I have not heard of this movie. I apparently didn't watch Comedy Central when this movie came out because I did not know this was a thing. And I didn't even really look up anything about it. I just knew Tim was like, hey, Strange Wilderness. And I was like, interesting. I don't know what any of that means. I kind of thought it was going to be like a werewolf movie. I don't know why. It sounds like a werewolf
It's
film.
a Bigfoot movie.
Yeah, it's a Bigfoot movie.
Yeah, but I didn't look anything up about it.
That's
I was just
true.
like, all right, cool. We'll see what he... Yeah. And I had actually forgotten that the category was wordplay, so I didn't even know to look out for Couch and Coral. I was like, I don't even know why we're watching this movie. What's happening? So I was completely lost this week, but it was good. I liked it. Adam?
For me, I thought let's go ahead and say I thought I saw this movie when I was younger and had Comedy Central.
Warthog. Yep.
Like, I know I at least saw clips of it because it's a Happy Gilmore film or whatever. Happy Madison, whatever
Happy
he calls
Madison, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he combines two of them. So I've seen, I was like, oh, I feel like I've seen it, but then again, like some of these productions kind of blend together.
Yeah.
Because they have similar humor and they have a lot of the same people.
This is true.
So I was ready to get weird. Get some strange. I do love Steve Zahn. So I'll say that now. Yeah, those are my expectations.
Nice.
I was just like, oh, it's a comedy from the 2000s. I'm expecting a 2000s comedy.
Right. Yeah.
Did you remember anything about it, really, or just that
it dealt with like a documentary team?
Okay. That's it.
That's it.
Oh. Okay.
And Tim, how many times have you seen this? Like, have you seen it a lot? Like, do you remember most of it? Okay.
I could tell you that I've probably rented it way too many times. I should probably just own it and
buy it at that point.
Even though this time I rented it again.
Oh my gosh.
I have an issue with like, I don't know, like buying it
Commitment.
through a streaming service. I'd rather just own the actual physical thing, but I don't go and buy actual physical thing. So I just end up renting a ton of movies. I don't know. It's so stupid.
Are you concerned that like if the streaming service disappears?
Yeah, something like
gone?
that. Like it's just gone.
Fair.
I have that fear. I conquer that fear quite often, too often, but I have that fear. But I will say a Blu-ray, like a 4K like disc, is always going to look cleaner than a 4K like stream. Fight me.
Yeah.
And I have to
100%.
say that, like, if it's this old, there's also that part of, like, Amazon probably has it, right? But it's not like you're going to come across this film in the wilderness and be able to get it at, like, Walmart or Target. Like, you'll have to kind of look for it to own it at this point.
This seems like a movie that would be in the Walmart bin, though.
The $5.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
But based on its age.
Yeah, you're just like, wow, they have this. They have a physical copy of this laying around that they just like. Where did they?
They have like 30 of these.
Yeah. Well, at the same time though, it's the one you find in the pile, and you're like, I have to buy it. Like it's here. I have to buy it. That's how I am about it. But
it's fate.
If I ever saw it, I would
so
buy it.
Many from it.
It's a gold mine sometimes, but.
You should not. I look like a crazy person on Black Friday every year. I'm walking with a stack of DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, whatever, and it's just like, yeah, this is all I did. People are like going out buying gifts for each other. Nah, man, that's not me.
This episode brought to you by hard copies of movies. You didn't think those still existed, did you? Or the Walmart $5 bin.
Or the $5 bin, yeah. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I just want to say, I got the wrong end.
What?
At the very beginning of the film.
Yeah.
I think it was a monkey. I can't remember. It like flips upside down and like
his dad, the
butthole's right
watching
in his face.
dad, and he literally just rolls up into him, and it's his butt in his face.
Oh no!
It's great.
No, it's kind of funny. Like I just like how it started, which apparently they so the director and other co-writer, they actually went and recorded these videos themselves.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And like one of the other writer, I think it was the other writer, his dad was in like the 60s, like a nature documentary guy.
Nice.
So it's kind of funny.
That's amazing.
But then we're like in the story, and then we're going to hop back in the story like they do in the story.
Yeah, story back, forward, left.
Because, he's like on the phone talking to somebody, and he's like, I'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.
But he's got to tell his whole story first about why he's not on television.
Yeah.
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 And then you quickly find out why, because they do that first bear episode. He's like reading off the napkin, and he's like, what was it? Like,
Bears derive their name from the Chicago Bears.
No, it's the other way around. What's the first one, though?
Bears.
He says something. He's like, that's just not true. And he like rips the napkin, and he throws it.
It's like, all bears are big and,
hairy.
What was it, brown
Oh,
or
yeah,
something?
big and brown. Yeah, and he's like, come on, man. Not all bears are big. And it's like, why did you say brown? Like, what is it? But that's part of the joke. But...
Yeah. And then what he gets to the third one, and it's like, bears kill X amount of salmon.
2
right?
million
And,
salmon a year.
Yeah. And salmon.
200 million. It was like
Is it
200 million.
Yeah, something like completely just out there.
But there haven't been any salmon killing
Not
bears.
nearly as many salmons killing bears.
That's gotta be right, guys.
That's gotta be right? Yeah,
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Oh,
That's the
God.
good one.
And if that doesn't lay out the entire theme for the show, I don't know what does. Oh, it's fantastic.
At one point, he says, "Are we sure bears aren't human?"
Yeah.
Which is funny. Like, this might be a little too ridiculous, but eventually we find out they're going to try and find Bigfoot, right?
Right.
There have been quote unquote sightings of Bigfoot that are just bears walking.
Nice. Yeah, because they get up on their hind legs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was like, could it be that? No, it wasn't.
It was actually a Bigfoot.
But we're not there yet. We'll
Get there. Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
So as they're like shooting the show and kind of showing you their past episodes, right? It reminds me of Round Planet. So Round Planet is a nature documentary that was on Netflix that I can't find it anymore. And it's like a legit nature documentary, but they talk about nature like he does in this film.
But a little less vulgar.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. It's the best nature documentary.
It's on Discovery Plus.
Yes. All right, sweet.
I know what we're doing this weekend. High five.
So there's no people, but like they say the same shit. So if you like this, recommend.
It's like a sarcastic Sir David Attenborough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's
cool. All right.
So there's real life applicability of this movie.
Yeah.
I think it's on Amazon Prime too, Tim.
Nice.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. I have to check it out.
Yeah. Episode brought to you by Round Planet.
Apparently.
So, one thing I want to say that I do not remember from when I watched it on Comedy Central, or at least the clips, were the boobies.
Oh.
Oh, like the Amazon? He's like, well, that was the Amazon or whatever. He's like, no, it wasn't. He's like, well, they're not as great looking, so we got some, I don't even know what he says, but it's like.
They're from Long Beach.
Yeah, they're from Long Beach. That's what he said. Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
And they're just like dancing in front of like a prop.
Mm-hmm.
And it falls over. Oh, shit.
Like, what was great about it was the prop, like, you could see over it from the very beginning. It wasn't even, like, well, like, hidden, like, it was there
right,
in the
it
wilderness.
was, yeah, it was obviously right in front of a building.
Mermaid Man was not a great fucking camera dude.
Mm-mm.
Which, by the way, Tim, if you didn't know, the old man that is his camera guy is literally Mermaid Man.
Doesn't he also do... Oh, yeah, I was going to say... What else did he did something else, I can't remember. But yeah, I knew that because Mermaid Man even kind of looks like him, which is a little weird.
He does. But there's like a one line towards the end of it is when it like literally clicked in my head. I'm like, oh my god, that's Mermaid Man. Then every time he spoke, I'm like, fucking Mermaid
Yeah,
Man.
you can just tell. Yeah.
A living legend before your eyes.
I know. It's like when you see Mr. Krabs as Clancy Brown, who plays Mr. Krabs. Mm-hmm. He's actually a live actor. Real life actor, too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's no fake actor.
No fake actors here.
But, yeah. So the whole premise of this movie, just so you guys know, I know you two know, but other people might not know.
That's true.
Is that they're getting shut down because Pearson has a way better show than...
A legit show.
A legitimate show.
A legit show.
Yeah. While Peter does not.
Wait, but did we ever see Pearson's show? How do we know? How do we know it's not just because What's-His-Face is on at 3 a.m.? You know? There's nobody awake then.
True.
I'm pretty sure they got real Amazon women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so their whole plan was this Bill Calhoun dude's like, hey, I got a map to Bigfoot. Mm-hmm. I just need $1,000. Mm-hmm. I'll have that. And then they go to Ecuador to try and find Bigfoot. And that's the premise of the show. Mm-hmm. Movie.
Pretty much.
Film.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thing.
And they pick up Justin Long at some point.
He's at the very beginning of the bear scene.
Yeah,
Mermaid Man's like, thank you for hiring my nephew.
I just want to, like, some people, I just want to ask, because you see Justin Long and you're like, he's done a lot of stuff, and I think he's great. I like Justin Long a lot. And he's in a lot of funny stuff, but you can't tell me that he did nothing but have fun with this role. This is like that role that somebody's like, okay, go there and be high. And he's just like, that's it.
Do we think, how many of them
like
were
that's
high,
it.
though? All of them?
All of them. Absolutely all of them. And then, of course, Jonah Hill. He's fucking great in this, too.
Jonah Hill. What a wild character.
I couldn't concentrate with his accent. I was like, what is
he nailed it.
Yeah, he did.
Really
He nailed it. You can make fun of the accent, but he fucking nailed it.
I told you to get all this stuff in the RV. Oh, yeah, it's all in there. No, I can see it. It's right here. Oh, this stuff? This stuff's not in there.
Oh, this stuff? Yeah, we don't need this stuff. Hey, why don't you take a bow for me?
Is that a thong? What? That's one of my favorite things. Yeah, it is a thong.
He like really tapped into a super bad fuck me, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, this.
And then there's a scene at some point where they're sitting around the table and Justin Long tattooed eyeballs on his eyeballs.
Oh my god!
Yes, and they're like, "Oh god, it's not like I'm sleeping."
I got really high last night. I got him to tattoo eyes on my eyes. Pretty funny, right? No. Yeah. Oh, so when he did that, I didn't notice it. Well, I noticed that he did it, right? Mm-hmm. Like I could tell. But the first angle, you can't really see. They actually did a decent job with that.
Like makeup. Making it look like,
yeah,
because you see that a lot of times, like not a lot of times, but when you see it, it's like it's normally like it's whatever. But I thought they did a pretty good job of fake tattooing eyeballs on his eyelids.
Yeah,
it was really trippy.
Yeah, round of applause for the makeup department.
And I feel like it was just those guys in that RV that did it.
Yeah,
like that's the feel of this movie. But
I don't know. I had a $2 million budget.
Did it really?
Dang.
I mean, all these people, but...
Yeah, it's not a small cast.
But one of the scenes before that, when they hire someone, they're conducting interviews, and I don't know why I thought this was so funny, but when they just start screaming next over top of each other, I just thought that scene was hilarious. Like, can you imagine being interviewed, and then people just start screaming next in your face, like, oh, man.
Well, they were all saying no.
Yeah.
Except for Officer Favre.
Well, yeah, and I feel like they just kept escalating the next.
Escalating?
Like, at first it was like, next. It was good. I liked it.
Another?
Props.
Yeah. But then they got rid of my favorite, maybe one of my favorite characters very early on, and that was Danny. Because he got gnawed on by a fucking shark.
Oh,
but he comes back.
Yeah, he does come back.
Yeah. He didn't die. He just lost a leg.
Yeah.
And a weird chest scar. Which I was like, I don't think he's dead. And Sam and I had this whole discussion that she thought he was dead and I didn't.
Oh, no, I did, yeah. I mean,
I only didn't because they were in the
but...
hospital.
Yeah.
Then, I was like, the Hispanic guy, like, bumping music. I was like, why is he, like, talking about... I wrote down $100 it's cheaper than the dentist. And it's because the guy was bumping and then he, like, hit his hydraulics, knocked him in the teeth. And they had to run in and go to a dentist.
Gotcha. I have another quote that I can't identify. Maybe Tim knows because he's seen it enough. But he's like, you know Bigfoot's name?
Yeah, it's they're looking for the tracker, Gus or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, we're looking for the tracker, and he's like, you know Bigfoot's name? He's like, no, that's the tracker's name. He's like,
look at Tim.
Oh, man.
Tim's our memory bank on this one.
I know.
I'm surprised. For a second I thought you had me stumped, but then I brought it around.
Nice.
Did you guys like the computer technology of being able to rip a picture?
Yeah.
Perfect map.
I was like, you can't read that.
I know. I was like,
You can't read that.
I understand the point in the film of it. Like,
Right,
and I can
it's
get
just
past
funny.
it. It's a comedy. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. Looking at you, CSI.
Does CSI do this?
Yes.
Enhance.
I've never seen CSI.
Oh my god. So they'll zoom in on a picture. They'll zoom in on a picture. Like a camera that's shooting something 100 yards away. Zoom in and it'll be blurry and they'll be like, oh, just enhance the image.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, zoom in
perfectly.
closer.
Yeah.
Zoom in closer. Enhance again. Oh my god. That is Bigfoot's hair.
Yeah, they
His
literally,
hair follicle.
that's the joke, is like, in a big room, a picture was taken or something, and they're like, enhance. Zoom in, enhance, and then they find, like, a hair. And you're like, what? Like, they literally zoom in from a giant, it's ridiculous. But...
My parents, Tim, actually, your parents might have done this too, because I know they were Survivor fans.
Mm-hmm.
We would watch CSI every week after Survivor.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
On CBS.
Yeah.
Double feature.
Double out 2 hours of family time.
Were you allowed to play on your phone?
The fuck you smoking?
Phone back
what are you talking about?
Okay,
Girl, this was like
listen
2004.
Yeah.
Listen up. You all could have played Snake on your little Nokias.
Do you know that I didn't have a phone until my sophomore year in high school?
Yeah, I didn't have one. Oh, yeah.
You had one before me, too.
Wait, so when
Right,
was...
but like, it was literally just like a flip phone to like call my parents on.
I know.
You couldn't play Snake?
I'm sure I could. I don't remember doing it much.
I remember playing like Snake and Brick Break only like when I was waiting to be picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Not during CSI.
No, they eventually started to let me leave during CSI, and then I
Well,
would go
you
play
had to
video
stay
games.
the whole time.
Family time. My parents.
Did you get to eat popcorn?
Well, obviously.
Nice.
It wasn't as good as Tim's parents' popcorn.
I was waiting for
What?
it.
You got some gourmet shit over there,
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, they make some good popcorn.
They
I
make
had
some great popcorn.
in middle school. I actually won. Well, we did like raffle things. Like I don't remember how you got. I don't know.
I know what you're
Participation
talking
points
about.
to get like raffle tickets to. Anyway, he would like raffle off basically old shit he had in his house. And and one of them was this old school like popcorn maker where it's like a bucket
And you would crank
put
it,
it
right?
on the stove, yeah, and it's got like gears and stuff, and it has like a lid on it, and you'd pour the kernels in, and then you pour like butter or whatever you want in there, like whatever toppings, and you would have to stand there and you crank the little handle on it, and it would stir the popcorn in the bucket, and it popped it perfectly. And it
that's
was
so
the
good,
most
man.
amazing popcorn I've ever had.
Do they still have that?
I need to see if they do. I doubt it. If they don't, I might actually have to go buy one now because it was the most. It was a pain because you couldn't do anything else.
Yeah, you had
like
to
you
do
literally
that.
have to stand there and pop the popcorn. Nowadays, it probably wouldn't be a big deal because I mean I could see the TV from there, back in the day. So I was
Yeah.
probably watching Strange Wilderness while popping popcorn at some point. But have your phone or whatever, and you can do it. But it takes a little bit. It takes a lot longer than it takes to throw it in a microwave. But it's gourmet shit. Like, it's good popcorn.
Oh, it's so good.
And you
Real
can, I mean,
gourmet shit.
just the ability to add in your toppings is amazing.
I just wanted butter and salt.
Yeah.
But I was a basic bitch.
Well,
Dude,
you're kind of picky, so it's okay.
Just some days, yeah. His parents used to pop me my own popcorn.
Yep.
Nice.
I'd be hanging out. Here's Adam's. Yes, yep. I get my own popcorn. I devour popcorn. I eat popcorn every day.
Popcorn's really good. It's actually not bad for you either. But some say that it's good. It's good for sleeping for some reason. It helps your brain, like when you go to sleep. But
not
I don't
with all
know.
the caffeine I put on it. No, I'm just kidding.
Drizzle in like just coffee grounds.
This episode brought to you by popcorn. Old-fashioned gourmet shit.
Dude, that Amish shit that you got for us pissed
so
me off. Because now I want Amish popcorn constantly.
Yeah, see? So Tim's had gourmet popcorn from the OG.
Yeah, but did they buy the fancy kernels?
Yeah.
We should...
They always had like the little pour-in one, yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
So we should probably talk about that episode.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
Do you guys like how they use the same sound setup, like sound system or like song database as Sunny?
I didn't notice.
They played one of the
I did notice that. I think I noticed that every time I watch it. And you're like, oh, this is 100% they use like the similar stuff to that.
Yeah, it's so there's like a database that you can like subscribe to or something, and you can use any of the songs royalty free.
Okay.
And Sunny did that because they were cheap at first. Per their podcast, I'm quoting their podcast on our podcast, podcast.
Deep in the internet.
I know. But they eventually meet Dick.
Dick.
Yep.
No last name?
No last
like
name.
Cher.
Just
like Dick?
Cher. It's just Dick.
It's just Dick.
Oh, bye.
Poor Dick.
There were a couple scenes that I was like, they just kept going in on like the teenage, like I felt like I was watching a bunch of teenagers.
Oh, absolutely. They all acted like that. Yeah.
I know, because like Cheryl had to like go do something to Gus. And then I go, I got a map. I got an atlas.
I've got an atlas. But that was after like Gus took off with their map and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, but
basically just wanted sexual favors from her.
Yeah, pretty much, and then came back and yeah.
And I feel like we've seen a lot of dicks at this point.
Yes.
In the film.
We did see Gus's dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to sew it back together. I was actually surprised that they showed it on. I guess that Amazon, you rent it, it's whatever. But I feel like other platforms you wouldn't like see that. But it was pretty funny because what did he say? It was like I can't remember what they called it, but it was great. The line is great. I can't remember it though. But yeah, Gus is a dick.
Well, Dick is a dick, and Gus is a Gus.
Yeah, true. And then
go
I was just gonna say, and then poor Dick gets eaten.
And then they eat Dick.
Yeah.
I was a little sad they didn't somebody didn't say I love Dick.
Yeah,
like Jonah Hill's character would have been perfect for that.
Yeah.
He did keep smacking everybody in the dick.
He did, yeah, with the little zappy thing, but
yeah.
Like he zaps Cheryl at first when she's going through something, and then they all just laugh at her. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I actually have a note down. They're like crawling through the wilderness through Ecuador that is definitely not Southern California. And they find Pearson dead. Like, what the fuck killed Pearson? It was pygmies.
He was alive.
Well, that's true. He was still alive.
And then he was dead. Yeah, pygmies, but they couldn't call them pygmies, but they are pygmy. I don't know, but that's what happened, is they got attacked by pygmies.
Yeah, the pygmy people in the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah. That is California.
That is also California.
Also known as California, yeah.
Yeah. And snakes are also known as porcupines.
Oh, you might even see a snake around here. Oh, shit, is that porcupine?
So
it's just
good.
A stupid shit. It's so great. Oh my god, I love it.
So, they eventually Dick gets killed. They eat the fish that killed Dick, and then they spit that out.
Yes.
Find Pearson. And then they actually find Bigfoot.
Yeah, and it's so tragic what happens.
He
Like,
just
they
walks
finally
out of
get
his
their
cave.
big break, and they just shoot him to death.
Oh,
Well,
pa, 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 pa.
I think that was more of an aggressive growl than a huh.
Yeah, it's like, you guys hear when he said it to us when he came out? I think it was kind of a, huh? Like, what's going on here, huh? No, it was aggressive. That was great.
He was definitely
It's
aggressive.
so fucking
like,
great. He just walks out and they blast him. Oh my goodness.
And then at one point, like, Jonah Hill's character, Cooker, his name is Cooker, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Coker.
He is saying, like, well, you guys know that, like, Bigfoot was made by the French in the 1500s to kill Americans.
They kill and fuck Americans.
And I'm like, yes, because Americans were Americans in the 1500s.
Yeah.
We were not the British still.
Oh my god.
I don't know if Jonah Hill's or Cooker's American history class was fully covered.
No, he did great. He did great.
No, I know. But yeah, then he gets off the phone, talks, and is like, "I'll talk to you next week," which was really confusing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck was he talking to?
I don't know.
I think you're not supposed to. Like, I think it's supposed to create an air of confusion.
Yeah.
See, we try and sound professional some days.
Some days.
Then we just chant, "We like dick."
Depends on the
Or
day.
talk about popcorn for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, solid
Popcorn
5.
Goes with movies.
This
I
is
give it a
accurate.
pass.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
true. So, can we talk about popcorn next week?
Maybe. It depends.
When we all have gourmet popcorn makers.
Yeah. Exactly.
I have a semi-gourmet popcorn maker.
Mm-hmm.
It's still microwave, but like it's a reusable container.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet, bruh.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
But anyway, so they try to make it look like Bigfoot hung himself, but he has all the gunshots in him, and it's like, really? Like...
Yeah. The camera guy could have gone to the backside of him and then rolled up to the front where his face was untouched.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, instead, they show right with all the bullet wounds.
Oh my gosh, what a mess.
Oh,
I wasn't
beautiful
expecting
mess.
that. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, them. Yeah, I figured they probably were gonna, like, prop him up or something and, like, show him, but, like, in a way that was less obvious that they killed him. And then it's like, oh, of course you show it in a way that's like, you killed him. Come on. You guys are good at this.
I thought they were gonna have I thought Whitaker Favre was gonna have to handle him and like make him run at them so that they would be allowed to shoot at him.
Ah. Yeah, no, they didn't make it that far.
Yeah.
No.
They went for the easiest option.
The darkest option?
Yeah. Craziness. And then at some point he gets back to his house and he starts smoking a bong with a goldfish in it. Like, what?
Poor guy's
That
gonna think
gold-
he's a shark.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Oh my god.
Danny comes back.
Yeah.
He comes back to only, do another shark attack.
I know.
Exactly.
He's like holding his finger over the edge. I'm like, well, that thing's getting chomped.
And
Yeah.
it does. By the
Yeah.
least CGI looking shark I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that was real.
Yeah, it was.
totally real.
Danny lost his arm. We saw it.
And I was like losing my shit when they just kept looping the shark going, "Woo!"
That is my absolute favorite thing. I do that all the time. I'll like laugh and I'll be like, people are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's from Strange Wilderness. And they're like, what? And I'm like, it's the shark from Strange Wilderness. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I show them the scene, and I think more than half of the time, they have no idea, but they're like, that's pretty funny, but they have no idea what the movie is.
I just want you to know you nailed it because I just kept
You did.
saying
I
it.
love it. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. That's my favorite part of that movie.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
And that reminds me of, so Adam and I will go to the aquarium, and there's this fish in there that looks like she has a snaggletooth, and so we call her Snaggletooth, and I was like, dude, this is great. This is what we do. It's so good.
Oh my god.
That's why people don't let us make movies, Sam.
Yeah, that's probably true. Oh, boy.
Not yet, they don't.
Ooh.
Not yet.
And yeah, I'm out of notes.
Me too. That was a good ending.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's chat about Anchor, shall we? Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free and allows you to record with friends and edit your podcast right on your phone or computer. What's even better is that Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. This was such a huge plus for us since we know nothing about that sort of thing. Another perk we love about Anchor is that it will allow you to make money with no minimum listenership. Again, a huge win. Anchor makes creating and managing a podcast so easy since it's all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
I will say this before the cast, that the tagline, This ain't March of the Penguins.
I love that.
All right, so the cast. Peter is played by Steve Zahn. He's in The White Lotus, there's Sahara, and then Daddy Daycare, which is where I first saw him.
I first saw him in You Got Mail, which was around the same era.
Oh, yeah. No, not at all, but yeah.
What?
You've Got Mail came out in the 90s. Or
when did
like
Daddy Daycare come out? The 2000s?
Like 2004. It was like 5 or 6 years apart.
And when did this come out?
2008.
Okay. Because I was trying to figure out if this was pre or post Superbad for Jonah Hill.
Pre. Superbad came out in 2009.
They all came around the same time, like Accepted, Superbad. There's a couple others out there that
Dodgeball came out in 2006.
But there's a bunch of comedies that came out like right around this time, and I think this one kind of fell to the wayside. Like it almost like nobody knows about it, but I think it's a hidden gem. But it's just
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Look at those teeth. What
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god.
It's so good. I can't even.
If not anything else, look up that scene.
Yeah, the shark scene, Strange Wilderness. That's all you need. It's like solid 2 minutes of him just going.
Well, at one point I was like, it's gonna stop soon.
Right?
And then
He's looping it.
doesn't.
Oh my.
But Fred,
Their leader. Fred,
the boom guy, Fred is played by Alan Covert.
Yeah.
He is in Grandma's Boy.
I have not seen that.
50 First Dates.
I've seen that.
The Wedding Singer.
I saw that once.
He's one of the guys that's in like all of Adam Sandler's films.
Yeah, he looked familiar.
Junior is played by Justin Long. He's in Dodgeball. Are you still laughing at the shark?
No, I was laughing at Justin the Long character in this movie.
He's so good. He's
He's in Accepted.
Yes.
And The Walrus.
Oh god, that movie. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff, but yeah.
And then like Herbie Fully Reloaded.
Yeah.
Fully Loaded, not Reloaded.
I knew we watched him recently for the pod, but I couldn't
Yeah.
remember what for. Of course, it was Herbie.
Cooker was played by Jonah Hill. He's in Moneyball, Superbad, and Wolf of Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
Noise.
And a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm only writing down
Did you do
3.
this list
Yeah,
from
that's
memory, or did you pick like random ones from IMDb? Because I feel like you know most of this cast.
Peter, I did all but Sahara. Junior, Fred, I did Grandma's Boy. I didn't remember the other two. Justin Long, I did all 3 of those. Jonah Hill, I did all 3 of those. Whitaker, who is played by Kevin Heffernan, Super Troopers, and then Beer Fest, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I did not know Club Dread, but I know of that film.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen it.
It's by the same company.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
They all act together. It's an actor.
Right.
Cheryl, I did not know Cheryl. She's played by Ashley Scott. She's Into the Blue, The Flash, and then Jumanji 2. I could not remember who she was in Jumanji 2, and we watched that semi-recently.
Yeah.
Danny, he's played by Peter Dante. I knew he was in Grandma's Boy, but he's also one of the Adam Sandler guys. He's Mr. Deeds, Waterboy.
Nice.
Ed Lawson, played by Jeff Garland. I knew he was in Daddy Daycare, The Goldbergs, and Wall-E.
Nice.
He's the captain in Wall-E. One of the few characters that talks. And then is it Milas? What is the old dude's first name, Tim? Mermaid Man.
Nile?
Miles?
I think it's Niles, isn't it?
It starts with an M. It's Milas.
Then, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, he's played by Ernest Borgnine. He's Mermaid Man. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. He's also in Escape from New York from the 80s. That's like a cult classic or something.
That's like a movie.
That's a movie thing. And then he also is in Marty. There are other characters in this movie, but I was running out of time.
No.
I see.
I got the main crew.
Mm-hmm.
The main crew. Wait. You missed one. Okay.
Oliver Reed.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the Pearson gang.
I don't think it's
the guy in the middle.
Yeah, I think it's Oliver Hudson.
It's Oliver Hudson.
From Rules of Engagement.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
I knew his first name was Oliver.
Yeah. That was the only other person that you missed.
His name is, he plays a character named Adam.
I liked that. I feel like he was wearing like a sweater with a popped collar, which is
very much him.
Very much the early 2000s. Anyway.
So the director is Fred Wolf. He doesn't direct as much, but he writes quite a bit. And I guess he writes some decent films. Like Black Sheep, Without a Paddle. He was an SNL writer for years. He has so many, like he did like Joe Dirt.
Nice.
Classic. And like he and the other guy, Peter, I'm blanking on his last name, write together. And they've been doing it forever. Actually, the main two characters, Peter and Fred, are named after them. Shocking. Now, let's start with the highest rating. Google with a 77%.
Oh, that's pretty high.
IMDb with a 5.2 out of 10.
Nice.
Audience with a 35%.
What?
Tim, you can cry a little bit.
It's okay. I knew it was coming.
Critics with a 2%.
2%?
2%.
That's savage.
Yeah.
Who puts 2%?
Anyways, Tim, would you flip this on? Wait, before you do that. Name the 2 countries in the world that share a border with Ecuador.
I have no idea.
Nicaragua?
That's Central America. We're in South America.
Oh, awkward.
So no.
Alright, we're in South America. Where is Ecuador?
Yeah.
You can pass if you need to. Also.
So, yeah, pass, yeah.
Paraguay.
No.
California.
Uruguay.
No. You're
Venezuela. Chile. Argentina. There's not that many in South America.
I've missed all of them.
Brazil.
No.
Brazil? What's that?
Colombia.
There's one.
What's the last one? Or one of the last ones?
Well, no, there's only 2.
Peru?
Peru. It's right there.
Oh. Yeah, I was in the wrong region of South
I
America.
know it's that.
Literally named the complete other side.
Sam names half of South America.
I was going to say there's really not that many
There
countries.
aren't.
Brazil's huge and so is Chile.
Chile. And same with Argentina.
I was thinking that too.
Anyways, Tim, you
That was
flipping this on
embarrassing.
again.
Well, before we get there, I remember something. Did you
no.
notice that the last scene is basically a blooper?
Yes.
They end with like a blooper. I thought it was great. But yeah, if it's not obvious at this point, I am definitely flipping this film on. I think it's fantastic. I do think it's a hidden gem. It is definitely not for everyone because it's just a slapstick, like, ridiculous stuff. You have to appreciate what it is and what they were doing. I don't know. Some people might have issues with it because it's literally just them goofing off, but that's why I like it. So, and of course, the shark scene. So, just top it off.
How about you, Sam?
I'm not gonna flip it on. I knew this was gonna. I knew this was gonna happen because as I was watching it, I was like, I'm gonna have more fun talking about this movie than I had watching it. And it's nothing against the movie. I just think it's one of those ones where it's from that time period, and if you didn't see it then, at least to me, it's kind of like you're like, I don't really get it. Like, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think I'll need to watch it again. But you know what I will watch again? The shark scene.
Yeah.
Just
the shark
100%.
scene.
You want me to print you out a picture of
Yes,
the shark?
please.
The shark.
I'll get a second one for you, Tim.
I need to get
Okay.
that background for, like, Microsoft Teams so that when
Yeah.
I'm at work, there's just like, whoa.
Can we also get Tim's recording of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Adam?
All right. So I will tell you, I was coming into this being like, I don't know about this film. I'm probably going to flip it off. But this is the first time that I've ever been swayed. I was on the fence, and I got moved
Oh.
Nice.
to flipping it on.
Nice.
So
Was it the shark scene? Or
I
was
don't
it just
know.
that
was
you had
just-
fun talking
I
about
had
it?
fun talking about it, and I was like, I feel like everybody should have fun talking about it. The kids are dancing again.
Everybody's dancing again.
By the way, Sam did not understand that reference until recently. She just always laughed along with us.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. You know how I be.
We'd be like, it's from Sunny, and she'd be like, okay.
I will say, like, I wish there was more of this, not genre, because there's plenty of, like, mockumentaries, but more of, like, this, like...
There's not many mockumentaries on nature. Though.
I know. I was going to say, you guys know I love nature documentaries, and then you know I love mockumentaries. So I wish there were more of these because, I don't know, just, like Tim said, they could be hidden gems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I feel like now I'm like sitting on the fence again. But I'm going to stick to my decision. I probably wouldn't flip it on again. But I might stop for a few key scenes. How's that?
There you go.
There you go. That's worth it. Yeah.
All right. So I just want you both to know there's only 3 left for the season.
Yeah.
So this is my last film I'm picking for the season.
Pick it real good.
Spin it real good, Sam.
All right, just so everybody knows. No, I'm not going to ruin the rest of them. But I was trying to read what's on here. One of them's upside down. Oh.
Sam can't read upside
Sorry.
down. Which is really sad. You also gave it
Cursive?
a weak
Are
spin.
you saying cursive?
Dude, I pressed it in the middle. It spins slower because they're chunks of the wheel. And you got near and dear.
Oh, I knew it. I knew he was going to.
Yes!
Why did he get...
I know, right? Like,
Damn it.
I feel like you've gotten to pick more of your near and dears than either of us.
Fun fact, apparently I've picked 75% of the films.
Yeah.
According to these two.
Well, this last one definitely wasn't near and dear to me, so sorry.
No, not at all.
Well, on that note, Tim, can you please give us a laugh?